Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. Hi, Hazel. First here. Welcome, welcome. It is August, 4th of August already. So I hope you are doing well. And for those who have been struggling, we've had hot weather here. I know we've had heat waves all over the place. So hopefully for those that have been rather warm, have you been able to keep cool with the warmer weather? And I thought tonight we would do some cards. We'd make some cards with the online stamp set Magnolia Mood. And this is an online exclusive. I've had it a little while. But I had an in-person class at my home on Thursday and Friday, and we used this stamp set. And so I still have this one out, and I'm still making with this one on my desk. Stacey says, a steamy South Florida. Is it warm? Hey, Paul. Jackie's here, Laurel. Joanna, good evening, Sue. So Debbie says, love it. I know, it's beautiful, isn't it? The artwork on it is stunning. It is such a gorgeous flower. So pretty, the magnolia. Just beautiful. Stacey says warm and humid. It's been quite nice. I got out and cut the grass today, which was nice. It was. I got halfway through and thought, why did I decide to do this? Thought it'd be good to get out and get some fresh air and get a job done, but also get a bit of fresh air. So I thought, did that this afternoon, and yeah, I was halfway through doing it, and I don't wish I hadn't started, but it was harder work than I thought it was going to be. So that was my afternoon. What else is going on? So I have launched some September classes. If you are on my newsletter list, then you will have received a newsletter with that in. And if you're not on my newsletter, then you can sign up to that over on my blog, so coastalcraft.com, and then there is a newsletter sign up on there. Let me just see if I can bring up, and I will quickly share with you. Present. Let me see if it will share. Here we go. Sharing, hopefully. Yay, it worked. There we go. So over on my blog, a couple of bits. Josh should be mowing the lawn while you sit back with a cold drink. Absolutely, Paul. I've made an error there. Morning, Rod. Morning, Pup. So on my blog, this is where you can subscribe to my newsletter. Just pop your name and your email in and hit subscribe. It will ask you, it'll send you like an email to confirm it is your email. So you just need to confirm that, and then you'll be on my list for receiving my newsletter. And if we click on classes, I have got up here, these are the new ones that have just recently gone up. So I've got catalogue launch on the 8th of September, all welcome. If you are in my Card and a Cuppa membership, then the catalogue launch is completely free to you, and it is free to my team. And if anyone would like a make and take pack, then they can add that on as well. The make and take packs are limited just due to the timing and the pre-order and things like that. So if you're keen for a make and take pack, get in quick to avoid disappointment. My September class is on the 14th of the month. It's a single class on the Saturday, and that is using the Changing Leaves bundle. You've seen me use it on here. It's this one with the hybrid folder. And then the Nest of Winter is my double class. Now, I can't show the catalogue, but if you have got a catalogue, then it's on page 30 and 31 of the new mini. It's beautiful. It's kind of wintry rather than Christmas, but love it. It's got birds and a beautiful embossing folder and some gorgeous twine. It is lovely. And then my winter retreat, the online, is open. There is kits by post and there is online only for those who are further afield. So that is also open. So my October and November classes will be coming up and available on here, but they're the ones to get you going for now. So that is what's new over on my blog. The other thing that I was going to share with you was, and again, let me just stop the screen share and try again. Whether it will let me, it will. Marvellous. So we have got a designer paper sale starting on the 6th of August. All of these designer papers, you got the Mediterranean blooms, the country woods are gorgeous. This wildly flowering paper, I've only got bits of this left. I used that with the Magnolia for my class and it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. I will be getting another pack of that as it's down to £9.99 from the 6th. So that's going to go into my basket for sure. So yeah, don't forget we've got the designer papers coming up on sale from the 6th to the 31st. So that is my little show of things coming up. Let me stop the share and I will share with you the Magnolia dies and stamp. So let me swap my camera over to the desk and let's put that straight. Got a bit wonky. The dies that go with this are gorgeous. This is, as I say, it's an online one, so it's not in a catalogue. But there are these dies here. This one I haven't even run through actually. There's so many. There's that flower. There's the leaf. There's these leaves here. And then there's the pieces that will stamp die cut out the main images. So you've got dies for all 4 of those images. You've got a lovely happy birthday in there, a thank you and just a note. But these are gorgeous. I've die cut one out in white just for the minute to show you. So this is that intricate die. We've got kind of that solid middle and then the pretty, but gorgeous, isn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous. So all those little bits give you all the extra leaves as well. So we're going to stamp out and then we're going to colour some of these magnolias. I'm going to do the same stamping that I did at class actually. So I stamped out in basic grey rather than black, and it was just a little bit less intense of a colour. It was less harsh. So Rose says I have it but I haven't really used it. Ah, brilliant. Hi Nancy. Sharon says good evening. So right, let's do I'll do a couple of those. Aren't they beautiful? Magnolia project seats for. I could put one together, Paul. Actually, I haven't because it was in person, but I absolutely could. I would be happy to do so. Let me pull these in. You'll definitely want to grab some of, if you are interested in that, you'll definitely, if you haven't already got it, as I say, I've got scraps of this paper left. This is the wildly flowering 12 by 12. How beautiful is this? And I just thought it went perfectly with the magnolias. Just so beautiful. There's blues, there's moody mauve, there's these blues. I've used so many of the pages. There's a wild wheat one that looks like that, and there is a there's one of those kind of patterns and a wild wheat one as well. And then that side's really pretty with that lovely linen. It's flat. It's flat paper, but it looks textured. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. So yeah, I'm nearly out of that paper, so I'm going to top mine up when the sale starts. Right, I'm going to colour in watercolour pencils, and I have a few of these. I'm going to do some quick colouring, otherwise I'll be here for a long time colouring this lot. I should have pre-coloured some, but you know. Right, we're going to colour in. I think I'm going to go. I did Flirty Flamingo at class, but I think we'll go. Should we go Coral? Calypso Coral, Old Olive, or we could go Granny Apple. That's Old Olive, and that's Granny Apple, and that's the. I think we might. I think I might go Granny Apple just for a bit brighter. And then early espresso. And they're already fairly sharp, so we're kind of good to go. We will just take the pencils and add some colour. I'm not going to add heavy colour to all of the petals. Well, just to get the darker with the watercolour pencils, you can come back in and just push down a bit heavier. Get some of those lines in there. I quite like the pencil look on these, where it's a bit more sketchy, but if you wanted to smooth that out, you can use your blend pen and just smooth that out, and that'll smooth down some of the colour. Or you can use a wink of Stella and that'll give it some sparkle. So you've got options. Evening, Sue. You all right? I'll do a little bit of crafting this morning before I went out and tackled the garden. And Steve has been fitting us, and it's all exciting in our house today. He's been fitting a new kitchen sink. Isn't that exciting? We had a white kind of country farmhouse sink, and we've swapped it for a black sink because our kitchen is all black cabinets. And so the white was nice when we first had it, but it's got really scratched up and just old and done. So it's looking good. We might even have water back on tonight. This is all Calypso Coral that I'm colouring in at the moment. Hey Shaz, how are you? Good, I hope. Who has this stump set? Have you got it already? You've been trying to resist it? It's because we had the magnolias before. I thought, I'm not going to get them. I'm not going to get them. It's just so beautifully drawn. I couldn't resist it. So I'm colouring at a fair speed, just because I know that I want a few of these. Nancy says same, but glad I got it. Oh no, Shaz! Watching with a broken foot and ankle. Quite, who knew picking blackberries were dangerous? Did you manage to get any? Did they fall when you fell? That's not good. Are you still able to do a bit of crafting while you're recuperating? No fun. Darlene says, when colouring with a pencil, do you use the point of the pencil or the side? They don't seem to colour at all. I would say if they're not giving you colour, they might have a bit of a coating. Mine are well used. I would scribble through that, either side or point. Point less so, actually, but side gives sort of, I hold it like side on, so I'm kind of using at an angle there. I wouldn't say it's fully side, but just with a slight angle. And the colour hasn't given me any problems. I can push just normal. They went flying by mania. Let me pick them up. Oh, quite right. After all that effort. Oh no. Oh, I hope he's made you something yummy with them. Blackberry and apple crumble, maybe. Oh. Sounds like you need some comfort food for recuperating. Jackie says we used it at Annette's in-person class. It's stunning, definitely a hit. Oh yes, it's and it's so nice seeing everyone else has come together as well when you're in an in-person class, isn't it? I love seeing a collection of things coming together when you're in the same room together. So nice. There we go. On the bud. I'll do these ones. I'd say also, if you're struggling with any colour coming out, I would give them a little sharpen just to take some of the initial coating off if they're newer. bud. Have I missed any bits? So when I originally coloured these, I coloured them like pine cones. I coloured them brown. They would be good for Christmas, wouldn't they? They could be pine cones, but I am going to colour them with some colour as a bud of the flower. And I am going fairly quick with this. You could definitely take a slower pace at colouring these. Definitely doesn't need to be a race. Danette says, any hints on what to get from the new catalogue for classes? Well, definitely. I've already listed up the Nests of Winter. That will be a definite. Page 31, I think. I think I said. What else? I like the look of a suite called Snowy Scenes. I'm very keen to do a class with that one. It's got cute penguin and snow globes and lovely papers with that. It's cutesy, but fun for Christmas. It's not a full suite, but there's a village, a Yuletide village, and I love the look of that. So that's definitely going on my first order for sure. Trying to think what else I scribbled, because I did do a bit of a list for classes. I think of the I know it's not in the catalogue, but I've loved using the sled as well from the online. That was another one that I really loved. I'm glad Danette says it's relaxing watching me colour. I am pleased. I don't want to send you off to sleep, but I'm glad. I can look away and then look back, and I'll have done a few leaves. Be multitasking or crafting along. This has got some lovely shading to it, so you don't need to add too much shading yourself with your pencils. Once you add the pencils, the kind of the stamping shading adds that lovely tone. I'm going to leave that white middle as a highlight. This is a Granny Apple Green pencil, in case you missed that. And I think this one comes in the second set, because there's two sets of pencils. If you're a fan of using the pencils, then you're going to want both, because it gives you a good mix of colours. The Flirty Flamingo is in the set too as well. It's a brighter pink. Definitely quick to add. You could colour these with blends. I went for watercolour pencils for a change, really. There, can I add a little wink of Stella, I think, to the Calypso Coral in a minute, just to add a bit of sparkle. I'll sharpen that up. Oh, bless you. But I'm just going fairly light with it, just adding light colour. Okay, so I think we've got that all coloured. I'm going to bring in the Wink of Stella. Move that away so I get. So the Wink of Stella, we all love and know what the Wink of Stella is. If this is if you're newer and you don't know what a Wink of Stella is, welcome to the wonderful world of sparkly glitter pens. So we're just going to make sure there's some on there nib there, and then the moisture from the glittery coming out will move your watercolor pencil as well, so it will kind of smooth out, but you want to be careful not to pull all the shading that you've done. So just be careful not to pull that. But I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see the sparkle on it. It's not hugely picking up. I can see it. But I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera. So smooth that, and then we will cut these out, and then we'll get them layered onto a card. So that's that done. Now I've got sparkly, shimmery tea, and so there are some dies. I'm going to die cut the larger pieces because it cuts. So the die will cut these bits here. So when you cut that out, it gives a nice cut into these pieces. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting around these. I won't die cut the leaves because maybe cut one. Who's been following along with the Olympics? I haven't watched as much as I thought I would actually. I think I need to go and watch a bit more on catch up. I haven't really had a huge amount of time where I've felt like I've sat down and been able to watch TV actually. So I just keep catching highlights and who's won bits and pieces. Sue says yes, watching athletics at present. Oh, what are you watching? What's going on? I've done that in the time it would take me to colour one bud. I know, a speed crafting. Do you know, it's interesting. I don't know. I don't feel like I do. But if I'm crafting like not live, I wonder if I craft at the same speed. I don't know. I feel like maybe I do. Maybe I get distracted with stuff when I'm not live. No. Maybe stay on task. I've created 2 cards this morning. I managed 2, and that's like a whole morning. And because I'll and ah over stuff. Whereas if I'm live with you, I'll just make a decision. Maybe I should design all my stuff live. It'd be much faster. Should I do that one with the die? Let me see. Yes, this die's got one of those little notchy bits, which I can't achieve by fussy cutting. So that's where the dies really are great. So I'm going to bring in the mini. use the mini cutting gloss. Do upper touch. And Stacey says, love the colours. Yeah, Calypso Coral and Granny Apple Green. Nice and bright, hey? And then this one, we'll grab a little bit of tape. So, make sure that's properly lined up. Yeah, so it gives you that infill cut, which you don't get when you're fussy cutting, but it's a nice addition, isn't it? It's a nice look. So that I'll do that one as well. When I'm cutting through the mini, I always use the 3 plate. They recommend the 1. The 3 plate is just ever so slightly thinner, and I find that everything just glides through. Not glides through as in doesn't cut, but glides through nicely, like you're not wrestling with the machine. Glides through in a good way. Oh, Sylvia. Morning. She says, you have been trouble getting on this morning. My tablet's out to lunch. Oh. Let's pop this on here. Last one. I might need to move that tape. Let's move that over there. Okay. We've got all our elements. Let's see if we can bring this together onto a card. Hoping I've got enough pieces. I should. So that's so true, Hazel. She says if my tablet went out to lunch, I'd be going with it. It's not going on its own. I hope it's having something nice. Right. Okay. Pretty flowers. And we shall have so tempting to go white, but I'm gonna pull in petal pink because petal pink goes beautifully with Calypso Coral. I think it's like a lighter tone of it, in my opinion. Sentiment. I want something. Thank you for being you. Just to let you know you are loved. And then you've got the happy birthday. So we've got those ones in the stamp set. So those, and then the everyday greetings ones. They're quite small. What about? This is such a great sentiment. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. What about that one? That would be a fun one. So let's do that one. So I have a couple of birthday cards that are going to be going out late. So this will be handy dandy. Where I've got a little bit behind. I have some months and I'm so on top of the birthdays and I'm on it. They're out. All of them are out at the beginning of the month, and then other times, nope, they all seem to go late. So just I guess that's whatever's going on. Depends on time of year or what you're up to, doesn't it? But a card at any time, whether it's late or otherwise, is always a pleasure, isn't it, to have come through your letterbox. Right, let me put that in the middle. Now, I'm going to heat emboss this in gold. Gold. I'm going to heat that up. Love that gold on the pink, isn't that pretty? So gorgeous. Melissa says, love that sentiment. Hey, your birthday lasts longer that way. So true. Yes, it is, Jeanette. It's in the annual catalogue. So I would say yes, Jackie, to your question. I have tried them side by side. Did anyone see that fly go past my camera? They are my gold is still kind of working, and it's fine, and it's not dulled, and it's okay. But the gold is definitely shinier. The black I tried side by side, much shinier. It's thinner. I'm super impressed. Super impressed with the quality of the Wow powders that we have. So yeah, if yours is running low or it's dulled and you think I need to treat myself to some new, then yeah, I can definitely recommend. Right, I'm going to bring in, isn't it a good one? Annette says, love this sentiment. It's such a nice font as well. Like, I really like the font on it. It's, yeah, lovely. Lovely. So I'm going to grab, I have more gold foil on the way. It's in an order that has already shipped and is coming. I placed at the end of July. I am down to the teeniest, tiniest scraps of gold foil, and I don't know. Well, I do know because I use them for a class, but I've let them get very, very low, so which doesn't normally happen around here. So here's my take your pick. That one's out. Just going to do some gold. He's pretty. Gold leaves. That one's pretty, isn't it? I like that one. Might do a couple more of that one. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let's do that one. No, to be honest, while I'm running it through, I'll pop that one on as well. And there. In my Take Your Pick tool, I use the longer pokey end. The original one, that's got the ball tip. Where is it? This one? Bachelor. And a shorter and a thicker point. This is the one that comes with it, and this is one that is in a different pack, and I really like this one. This is like my main Take Your Pick tool, because you get this one, the perforated edge with this tool, and it also comes with a craft knife. So you have those three tops. You can buy as extras. The craft knife is super sharp. I haven't used that one as much as I thought it would, but maybe good for Christmas for like perforating ticket type things to pull off. But this is brilliant. So I use that a lot. How many packs do I buy at a time? 3 to 5, Paul, is kind of my gold top up. Yeah, I try and keep them fairly well stocked so that if I add a lot to a class, then I'm not short, because there's two 12 by 12 pieces, which if you're just generally crafting yourself, lasts ages. But when you start chopping them up for class packs and things, it's nice to have extras on hand. Right, gold leaves. Let's assemble this. So, to make a bit of a frame is the plan. Karen ordered the new attachments, forgetting I already have them. Well, handy to have an extra blade for the craft knife, and super handy to have 2 of these. I'm tempted to buy a second pack to have another one of those tools. Right, let's see. I'm hoping. I kind of wanted this to be a bit of a frame. So the plan was, maybe if I bring that one around there, I was kind of just hoping these would fit nicely, and that I would have enough. But maybe I need to do kind of corners. I might need to do corners rather than a full frame. I've got a few leaves. I've got another one of these flowers, so that can sit there. And then we can have some extra gold and a leaf maybe under there to just fill that gap. I think that'll be all right. Maybe that leaf. Don't know if we need that leaf. What do you reckon? Do you think, should I? I think if I was maybe, sorry, I'm half off the page. Should I move it up a bit? I just seen your comment there. So engrossed. I was absolutely so engrossed in layering that together and layering it practically in my lap. I don't think we need the middle bit, do we? I think it'll be okay. We can maybe tilt that around and have corners. That could be an idea. I'll have that there and bring that, so I don't need to be symmetrical then. Could have that coming down that edge there. I think like that, and then we can add the gold in. Something like that. Let's stick this one on, and then we can work it out from there. You got to start somewhere. Let's pop this on, and we can figure out where the rest will go. That one can have a dimensional as well. Just want to make sure we can see the sentiment. That fly landed on the camera. It has. What was that zone? Good job it's on the top of the camera and not on the lens, but it's right on top of the camera. Right, I'm going to land here. You can see me, but you can't get me because you're busy. to watch. That is hilarious. Need to, if I try and take a picture, I bet it'll move, but it is. I'm going to try and take a picture. So I'll post that afterwards. Stayed there for ages. Oh. I'm just having a rest, watching the crafting with us. It was a closer look. Yes. Oh, my press and seal has made its way to the kitchen, Annette, and I've been using it in there. You're right. I need another roll of it for the craft room so that I could lay it down and then pick it all up. Right. I kind of like that there now, actually. Funny, when I initially lay it down and then I go to stick it down and it's in completely different places. He needs some stamping tips. He needs something. It's a big fat fly and he's been making a load of noise, buzzing around. I opened the door before I came on live to try and persuade him to leave. But he wasn't having it. And my husband, bless him, is still fitting the kitchen sink at the moment, so I definitely couldn't leave the door open. I think that'll be fine. Let's put dimensional on there. It could be a spy fly. A super spy. I kind of like that it's not symmetrical. Nice, isn't it? Let's add these with some glue dots. Leaves. I'll get these. And let's see. I can have an extra leaf there. Oh, maybe an extra leaf down here. You can hear them when they bang against the window. He's like trying to. Let's glued up that down there. Make a nice wedding card or an anniversary card as well, I think, wouldn't it? These colours. Gold leaf just adds a little something, doesn't it? Just a little something. And have like an odd amount of these. So if I put another one under there, maybe. Nice. Right. There we go. That is that. So I'm now going to trim the edges, I think. And we might, I don't often use Calypso Coral card base, but we'll have a look and see how that works out. So I'm going to flip this over. Someone's banging at the window. It is a horror movie. It's only one Fly Mary, so I'll cope. I'll be big and brave. I was That leaf's a bit rogue. Like, Annette says, Mr. Colouring, is it peach bar? No, petal pink base, and then this is Calypso Coral, believe it or not. So Calypso Coral watercolour pencil. Kind of got the orangey tinge, hasn't it? But yeah, it's the coral. And a granny apple green leaf. Because there's no lemon lime twist pencil, unfortunately. And the poor Magnolia being chopped. There we go. I'm not going to trim those. They're fine. I'm going to leave them coming down that way. This definitely needs some linen thread. Let's grab some linen. Have a nice bow. And I need to order some more. The not linen thread. I've got plenty of that. Don't panic. So it's all good. The metallic gems, these ones, the adhesive back metallic gems, a really lovely surprise for like how beautiful these are. I don't know if they pick up on camera because of the acetate particularly well. But you've got silver, copper, I've used all the gold, and then silver large, gold large, and then the copper. So you've got those 3 rows of one size, and then you've got that size. But really lovely. And these will just go, those gold ones. Even actually, I might use the copper because it just is a bit of a warmer tone under the there. So we'll just pop that linen thread on that, and then we'll mix in the copper gems, which are lovely, aren't they? And they just pick out the warmth of these. Right, let me grab a base. I think Calypso Coral, just because it's a darker tone of the petal pink. But we can always go white if needed. It's nice to try a darker, or crumb cake could look good. What do you reckon? So we've got the Calypso Coral. Oh, is there? We're having gusty weather, Jeanette. What, Calypso Coral, or we could go crumb cake, maybe. So you've got crumb cake, or you've got good old white, old faithful white. What do you reckon? Choice of 3, too many choices, but what do you reckon? The white, I think. Crumb cake's nice, but I think I prefer either the Calypso Coral or the white. I think a few Calypso Coral. Jackie says white, Annette says white. White. Or petal pink, indeed. The white is gorgeous, isn't it? I'm going to be brave. I think I'm going to be brave and put it on the... Oh, I do like the white. There's a lot of votes for coral on here. The white is so gorgeous, isn't it? But I think I'm going to be brave. I'm going to put it on the coral. I could... If I made it again, you could layer it with a white to make it pop, which is really nice, but I will have to trim too much of the edges down, I think, to get that layering. That's like my preferred. That's my preferred layer, is to do both. You're right, Paul. I always do white, so I'm going to go with a colour. Go with a colour for a change, and have it on the coral. I'll put a white layer inside. Okay, white inside, and I'll come back to that because I think I'm going to stamp. I'll get that layer on top. Oh, wiggling that around. There we go. Get that base straight. Yeah, not what it can be. Crazy. Right, let's stamp the flower. I'm not going to colour it, but I am going to just stamp that inside. Oh. I've got the magnolia inside and all of that outside. There you go. Didn't forget your birthday. I am just stretching out the celebrations. There you go. I am normally I will make 2 cards. However, I think I'm going to call it a night on the one, just because I'm going to go and give my husband a hand at clearing up all the stuff in the kitchen, so that he can have a sit down at some point this evening and put his feet up, having been sorting out our new kitchen sink. So I feel like he's been doing all of that, so I feel it's only fair I should go and give him a hand. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed that card. I will take a proper picture of it in daylight and get that up on my blog for you all. If you've joined a bit later, I shared at the beginning of my live all of my upcoming classes, and just a reminder for the paper sale that's starting in 2 days, so 6th of August. And then, of course, if you're a demonstrator, we can also place our pre-order, which is very exciting. So the mini catalogue pre-order will be happening on the 6th as well. So hopefully by next weekend, I may, depends if the post is kind to me, may have a pre-order to share with you. But if not, it will be the following week. Have a wonderful week, everyone. And for those who are having horrible weather, I hope that you stay safe and reasonably dry. And I will see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.